Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's Monday. Welcome to Motivation Weekly. I am your host, Dave Luer, and it is fantastic to be here with you today. It's going to be another fantastic week. I'm looking forward to it. I got so many good things going on right now, and I just want to give you a big old enthusiastic hello, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, have you ever met someone that is just oozed charisma, right? Somebody that had this incredible energy about them and that made you instantly feel connected to them? Have you ever met a person like that? Maybe if you were wearing white gloves, they could have sold you a ketchup popsicle. I don't know, right? What these people possess is called enthusiasm, right? Now, if you are naturally an enthusiastic person, congratulations. If you're not, for some reason, don't give up, man. I'm here to help. That's what I do. So today is lesson number 6 in our journey together through the law of success. We're going through all 15 laws every week and bringing you a new one. If you missed 1 through 5, go back to our YouTube channel and subscribe and watch 1 through 5. We've gone over some amazing things. This book was written in 1925. This is the book that all other success books are patterned after all these years later. So go back and check them out if you haven't seen it. If you're new to my live cast, I come live every Monday morning here on Facebook and also on our YouTube channel. So if you're watching on YouTube, welcome. If you're watching on Facebook, it's great to have you here joining me. So listen, enthusiasm is really a state of mind that inspires and arouses one to put action into the task at hand. See how that works? So last week we actually talked about action. So today's message is to help you take action more often and do it with joy and enthusiasm. It's kind of like the fuel that moves a vehicle into action. The amount of enthusiasm is like your level of octane in that fuel. So let's go get us some racing fuel, shall we? If you've ever thought about if you've never thought about the value of enthusiasm before, let me provide some reasons why it's so darn important to you and your journey towards massive success, right? Are you in sales? Yes, we all are. Are you in public speaking? Are you just trying to convince an employee to think your way? How about trying to get a raise or a promotion? Trust me, we are all in sales, and all of these things can be affected by your ability to display enthusiasm, right? Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm." So here's how this works. When you are excited or inspired about something, it actually raises the brain's vibrations or brain waves, right? Which creates chemical reactions in your body, which leads to the actions that you take. It all works together, folks. These brain waves, believe it or not, can actually be felt by those of us that are around us, right? It's at the core of building rapport with somebody and inspiring actions in them. Enthusiasm is at the very heart of great salespeople, leaders, and influencers because it first fuels the influencers' actions to engage with others, and then it inspires actions from those being influenced. So this science is why when you meet someone who is charismatic or enthusiastic, it is literally contagious, isn't it? When you find yourself in the presence of someone like this, you find your own energy level rising and you find yourself smiling sometimes without even really understanding why, don't you? Another important aspect of enthusiasm is how it affects the actual tonality of your voice. I'm sure you've heard that what you say is not as important as how you say it. So most people do this unconsciously without thinking about it, right? Prior to every meeting I have with others, I always take a brief moment to think about what kind of joy and energy that I want to bring into the situation. So when I first started doing public speaking, see, I wasn't very good at it. I didn't realize how bad I was at it. In fact, I sometimes I thought I was pretty good, but I always wondered why the audience didn't always respond the way that I thought I deserved. I put a lot of work into the speech, and I thought I deserved a little more positive feedback, maybe, right? So after briefly working with a coach, I learned that when speaking, I was coming across as kind of a manufactured enthusiasm. It wasn't authentic, right? So this caused me to, this was caused because I was placing all the focus on myself instead of trying to draw from the energy of the audience. I was too worried about being seen as perfect on stage. And because of that, I was not building the type of rapport, and that my enthusiasm was not real. And my tonality and message as a result became lost. So again, you don't have to be a public speaker for this to matter to you. It can be important in all areas of your life, even if you're simply trying to convince your teenager to pick up their dirty laundry. Well, that doesn't work no matter what you do. Okay, so for those of you that are saying to yourself, hey, listen, Dave, you don't understand. I wasn't born with the gift of enthusiasm. Or, Dave, I work at a sucky job. Or, I'm too shy. Or, I'm just too tired to achieve greatness. Right? Here's what I have to say to you. Enthusiasm, inspiration, and energy are generated by action, not the other way around. Let me repeat that. Enthusiasm, inspiration, and energy are generated by action, not the other way around. See how that works? You can't sit around all day watching negative news and expect to find energy or inspiration to suddenly strike you. It doesn't work that way. So since I'm a car guy, and I know some of you are too, let me explain it like this. If your battery in your car is running low, laying around all day is not going to recharge it, okay? Your body is more like an alternator or generator than it is a battery. Yes, you may store some energy, and yes, you need to rest periodically in order to give it the ability to recharge. But it's through action, ladies and gentlemen, that generates momentum. You must generate energy, enthusiasm, and inspiration through action, okay? To get inspired, do inspiring things. To get enthusiasm, be enthusiastic. To those of you that don't naturally feel enthusiastic, you can practice it. Seriously. When you enter into dialogue or go into a meeting, take a moment to think about what kind of energy you want to bring to the scene. Be intentional about how you do this. And soon after you practice it long enough, you will naturally become more enthusiastic in your conversations, right? To become more enthusiastic, you also try engaging in your work with a better attitude. When you engage in your work with more enthusiasm and passion, you will 3x your productivity at work. Now, if you're holding back on your enthusiasm and amount of effort that you want to put into your job every day, stop it. It doesn't work. If you feel entitled to put in less effort because you feel you deserve a raise or a promotion before you're willing to be more engaged in your work, you are part of the problem, and you are also making yourself miserable in the process. Even if you are in a job that is not ideal right now, there are always elements of the job that you can be enthusiastic about. Find what those things are, right? You must find and connect the dots of how the job that you're in now is somehow leading you on your journey towards your dreams and your definite purpose in life. The key to staying enthusiastic can be found in constant reminders, surrounding yourself with constant reminders of your definite purpose, right? As we discussed back in lesson 1, it all starts with having a definite purpose. You will always generate way more enthusiasm when you are working towards something that you are passionate about. You will always be able to bring more enthusiasm when you are rendering service to others instead of only thinking of self. That's another little tip for you. Okay, Henry Ford, the great Henry Ford said, enthusiasm is the sparkle in your eyes, the swing in your gait, the grip of your hand, the irresistible surge of will and energy to execute your ideas. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's message. Please share it with people out there in your social media world, right? There are people out there that could benefit from the laws of success. Please share them. Leave a comment, whether you're watching on Facebook or you're on our YouTube channel. Please leave a comment or just say, hi, Dave. That would be great, right? And if you haven't done so, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's just Dave Luer's YouTube channel, and find lots of motivation anytime you need it, right? Like the great Zig Ziglar says, motivation is a lot like bathing. It doesn't last forever, and we recommend it daily. We will see y'all next week for Motivation Weekly, and next week we're going to discuss lesson number 7 called self-control. So go out there and crush it this week and bring lots of enthusiasm to every situation you engage. And we'll see you next week.